If you've ever gone silent during a tense conversation, pulled away when your partner needed you close, or felt your chest tighten the moment vulnerability showed up, this isn't about being too strong or too independent. And what if everything you've been told about why this happens is completely wrong? It's about a survival pattern your nervous system learned decades ago. What if this pattern is so automatic you don't even notice it? But everyone who tries to love you does. And what if everything you've been told about being too strong is completely wrong? Hey there, I'm Lynn Carpenter with Blissful Heart Coaching, and this is week 3 of our Self-Abandonment Series. Today we're talking about one of the most hidden forms of self-abandonment, emotionally exiting the moment vulnerability shows up. Not because you're cold, not because you don't care, but because somewhere along the way, your nervous system decided vulnerability wasn't safe. Here's what I see in successful women all the time. The moment a relationship hits emotional intensity, a tense conversation, a disappointed tone, or a moment where you're supposed to soften, your body reacts before you do. Your breath tightens, your chest contracts, your brain starts managing, analyzing, and performing. You reach for strength instead of truth, competence instead of connection, control instead of presence. This is self-abandonment in real time. It's your brilliant mind trying to protect you by shutting down your vulnerability. When Brian and I were first married, I didn't know how to be vulnerable in the moments that actually mattered. If something hurt my feelings or if I felt misunderstood, I didn't tell the truth and I didn't lean in. I completely shut down. I'd go quiet, sometimes for hours and sometimes for days. Back then, I thought I was punishing him, but now I know what was really happening. The silent treatment was control and it was armor. It was the only way my nervous system knew how to stay safe, because saying that hurt me felt dangerous. Saying I need you felt exposing. Saying I'm overwhelmed felt unbearable. Silence felt so much safer than honesty. Distance felt safer than tenderness. Shutting down felt safer than being seen. I wasn't just withdrawing from him, I was also abandoning myself. And this is exactly what so many high-achieving women do. Not because we want to push love away, but because a younger version of us learned, if I shut down, I can't be rejected. If I stay silent, I can't be hurt. Until we name it, that pattern quietly runs every relationship we enter. When you grow up in environments where emotional expression was discouraged, unpredictable, or unsafe, your body encoded a message. Don't reveal too much, don't need too much, don't feel too much. But today, even as an adult, your nervous system still tries to protect you with silence, detachment, overthinking, and emotional distance. This isn't a personality flaw. It isn't you being too much. It's an old imprint trying to protect you from a danger that isn't happening anymore. When I talk about bridling, I'm drawing from the world of horses. In thoughtful horsemanship, a horse learns to respond to gentle pressure while ideally staying connected to its spirit. But many of us as humans internalize the pressure around us so deeply that we began to bridle ourselves, suppressing our true thoughts, emotions, and desires to stay safe, accepted, and loved by the people we depended on. The unbridling process is about gently loosening those old reins, healing the survival adaptations that once kept us safe, and reconnecting with our whole, worthy, soul-led selves. And the horses are my greatest teachers in that unbridling. If I walk into their paddock armored, even if I don't notice it myself, the horses do. They won't partner with me. They disengage and they walk away. And their distance is often the barometer that brings my armor to my awareness. Because to a horse, armor feels like danger. Connection can only happen with presence, never with armor. And humans are exactly the same. Your partner feels when your heart leaves the room, even if your words sound composed. And here's the moment it becomes self-abandonment. When you leave your emotional truth to stay composed, agreeable, or in control, you aren't protecting the relationship. You're abandoning the part of you that wants to be loved. It shows up as nodding instead of saying what you feel, saying I'm fine when you're not, pulling away instead of leaning in, choosing silence over truth, choosing strength over softness, choosing control over connection. This is the self-armoring pattern, one of the core ways successful women shut down without meaning to. And for high-achieving women, this pattern is especially tricky because we've been rewarded for staying composed, for not being too emotional, and for handling things ourselves. And so the very things that make you exceptional in your career can quietly cause you to abandon yourself and love. But here's the good news. You don't need to change this pattern by trying harder or being nicer or being less emotional. You change it by creating enough internal safety to stay present in the moments your younger self wants to run. So step one is to recognize the shutdown. Feel the shift from your heart to your head. And step two is to tend to the part of you who learned vulnerability was unsafe. This is the healing herd imprint, that early survival lesson wired into your nervous system that taught you that silence kept you safe. It's the imprint from the earliest herd you belong to, your family, where you learn that being honest, expressive, or emotional threatened connection, and staying quiet protected you. And step three is to let your authentic guide take the reins. The higher self within you, the soul-led part of you who isn't shaped by fear or conditioning. She's your authentic self beneath your armor. She's the one who knows how to stay open, present, and true to yourself. Presence is your new power. Here's a simple practice to try this week. The next time you start to feel yourself shut down, pause. Place a hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a deep inhale and then exhale fully. Ask yourself, what is my truth right now? Then begin with one small truth, one that keeps you here with yourself instead of retreating into protection. Every time you do that, you choose connection over self-abandonment. And if you want help connecting with the part of you who learned to shut down to stay safe, my inner child meditation will guide you back to her. You'll find the link in the description below this video. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And tell me in the comments, what's one moment where you notice yourself emotionally checking out, even when you really want connection? Remember, your authentic self doesn't need armor. She just needs you to trust that she's strong enough to love and be loved exactly as she is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.